One time, when I was in the wilderness, I wrote a song for Dave and Juan. In my mind. Shall I sing it for you?
Sure.
When the fantasy has ended and all the kuyas are gone, Dave and Juan will be here to help us carry on. This is Dave and Juan.
We're back.
Happy week 8 or whatever, wherever we are.
We're about on 8. That's right.
Yeah.
Howdy, folks. I'm Dave.
And I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Oh, I thought you were going to miss. You did remember, right? We get really arrogant about doing this. And we have a conversation before we get on of basically all the things we would never talk about or say on the podcast. Because
those are the best things.
Well, that'll be we'll do
a whole different kind of podcast.
Yeah, we'll do a special YouTube channel for that once. And it's just the stuff that, some funny stuff that and most of it is because you just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's my we try to do a few things with this. One thing is never be mean. We don't cuss. I mean, we do, but not here. And that kind of stuff, right? But a little cleaning up here. It's kind of funny. Like I said, I never know when people are seeing these things. We're doing them sequentially, but people go back and watch and give feedback. And I was just catching up, just taking notes this week. Like, okay, my mom did confirm we do still call it an icebox. I know you fancy up around Pankerville and
the fancy refrigerator people.
Yeah, you folks up north may call it a refrigerator, but no, it's still an icebox. Let's see. Team Wiener Spaghetti is still going strong. We haven't talked about you.
I saw you had a Wiener Spaghetti recently.
That was a cousin. That was a cousin that sent that in. And it's always funny when it happens because everybody gets on the man. Listen, there's nothing. You slap a picture of a Wiener Spaghetti on there and it's one or two reactions. People are either just, everybody's envious. Yeah. Or revolted. So
it's
man, bring it. Wiener Spaghetti. So Team Wiener Spaghetti. We still got it going on.
All right.
A buddy did text me that he and friends swam in the bayou all the time. I wouldn't make a joke now about how that turned out, but he's a good guy. Anyway, swam in the bayou all the time. I asked if he ever hit a dog. Like the other person, he said, no, he never did, but he saw lots of them. He saw lots. Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, I was watching something on, what's that show? Not Discovery, on National Geographic the other day about animals fighting other animals of their own species. You want to see some brutality. I mean, it was like, watch a hippopotamus gorge another hippopotamus in the back hip.
It's terrible. I say it's terrible. Like
I can't advocate.
Like I get any opinion on hippo violence.
Oh, they're fast. So
no, we have huge alligators.
I know you post pictures of those, man.
I love it. I think it's cool having a dinosaur in your neighborhood. You grow up, you realize when something's dangerous. Not for the most part, these alligators, when they're sunning, look, you about have to go try.
Yeah.
Now, when they're in the water, that's a different animal. You can tell when they're hunting. I filmed one the other day with my wife and I were out on a bike ride. And I said, "Oh, that one's hunting," and she's like, "How do you know it's hunting?" I said, "Because it's moving." I got to enunciate and pronunciate my words here.
Well, you do sound intelligent.
Use my man. I tell you what, that it's become one of my favorite comments on the show. You sent it to me. And I started reading it now, and I'll say it reminded me of it started off reminding me of the first week. After the first week, one of our favorite quotes was the guy that said he liked the show. It was intellectually intellectually stimulating and incredibly dumb. And I think that's perfect. That's perfect. And then someone commented on your post or something. Yeah,
it was on the Facebook page. So it's not someone either of us know personally. At least I apologize if I do. But you could take it either way. My guess is she meant it totally nice.
Well, so, words matter. Punctuation and words matter. How you put things.
So Pamela, as much as you love the show, we love that you commented on it, and hopefully you won't mind us sharing this. So I'll read. I love y'all's show. It's awesome to watch an intelligent person with a Cajun accent.
Pause.
Okay, let me read that again.
Pause.
It's awesome to watch an intelligent person with a Cajun accent.
Okay,
singular.
I know.
So
I would like to think she left off the S. Like I said, it started off strong. It started off. I love you. Okay. And she continues.
So, okay. I was glued to the screen. I'm a Cajun, but over the years, my accent faded away.
Pause. I bet it hasn't. Because listen, I'm the same way. Yeah. I go through stages where I think, I don't sound like a Cajun anymore. And then you run into somebody and say, where you from? I guess I still sound like a Cajun. A Cajun accent is like a tattoo. It may fade over time, but it never goes away.
It's my wife, before my mother passed, my wife knew if I was talking to my mom on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Because she said the dialect just got thicker and thicker as it went.
I try to talk to my mom every night. I try to, in fact, I think I do. I've talked to my mom every night probably for the past maybe year. And my wife can tell when I come back downstairs. Oh yeah, it's been going, but it's good, man. Yeah, reconnect. Good. Okay, so I'm sorry. We stopped. So it's great to hear Anne singular intelligent
person with the Cajun accent.
Right.
I was glued to my screen or to the screen. I'm Cajun, but over the years, my accent faded. I also love listening to people that aren't so intelligent with a heavy Cajun accent. Oh, I love it. I'm from deep south in Louisiana. Very special. We're a very special bunch.
So that's a very special comment right there.
So we're trying to figure out if one of us is the intelligent person with the Cajun accent.
Man, I don't know.
And one of us is the not so intelligent person with the Cajun accent.
That's all good. It's all good.
Hey, look, man.
Whatever. As long as you enjoyed yourself.
Just thinking we're nice.
As long as you enjoyed yourself. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Around here where I live in Sugar Land, Texas, dude, a loose dog is like a prison break. And if you ever want to find out, it's sort of useful, but it's also annoying. The neighborhood, I think it's called Neighborhood app, the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh man, next door. It's sort of like Facebook, but unfortunately you get to find out these idiots live near you. Right. You can, it's stuff on Facebook. You can, it's everybody spread out. It's around the country, around the world. These neighborhood, no, that's as we would call it, that's a couillon. That couillon living near me. Really? Some of the stuff they put on there. And I'm telling you, there's this dog loose on whatever. It happens, folks. I mean, animal control. We got some serious animal control around here. We never had that. You see a little van going around, and I don't know.
Where I used to live, or previous to or just a few years ago, on the neighborhood Facebook page, if your dog got out of your backyard and went into your front yard, it was posted on the page, and not out of pick up your dog. It was, oh my God, someone get into this dog. It's a dog is out, please pick it up. Or hey, if this is your dog, I was worried about him, so he's now at my house. Somebody broke into my house in the middle of the day, 3:00 in the afternoon, crawled. I used to leave a little space. I had a cat under the garage door, or so the cat could go in and out.
Right.
3 in the afternoon, somebody crawls under the garage door, kicks in my door.
Oh, this was
hauls out 3 widescreen TVs, into their van in the front yard. Not a soul sees it. My dog would have been on the lawn for 10 seconds, dude. The neighborhood would have been all up in arms.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, nah, didn't see it. Didn't see anything.
Check in and look at, and they only had two stylists going at it, so fine, and 2 guys in there. And I see this one guy, and he's a pretty good looking guy, small guy, right? So when he's talking, he's flirting with the. It's obviously he's flirting with the stylist, right? Obviously, and it's kind of funny. I'm sitting close enough to hear. I want to give him tips.
Was I ever that bad?
Dude, I ain't done this in forever. And I am so out of that game. I can't even tell you. But so anyway, it finished. He finished, so he comes around to pay finally. I just couldn't, he's wearing shorts and stuff. He's a little guy. And he's got an ankle bracelet, a tracking device on. Now, I don't know what the protocol is there. I don't know if this guy was in and now he's out and he's wearing this, or maybe he didn't go in because he didn't look like he'd do well in prison. Okay.
Somebody needs to know where he is, obviously.
Badly.
And
all these things are going through my head, and my habit, I take pictures, man. So that was when I kind of get my camera and my phone out, and I snap a picture. And I want to be careful because I if I would have just normally seen this guy on the street, I can take him. He ain't a big guy, little guy. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't sweating you.
Yeah, but he might learn some moves in prison, man.
That's what I'm saying, right? I don't care how big you are. You got an ankle bracelet on. That's
right.
I don't.
That's more street cred than size.
Part of me was thinking that it's like, I hope to never have to wear one of those things, but if I do, I'm probably wearing sweats. That's all I'm saying.
Long pants, dude. It's like,
I'm not wearing shorts. And you know how much confidence you got to have when you flirting with the hairstylist while you wearing an ankle bracelet?
Hey, it's at least, maybe his angle is, I'm here for the long haul.
No, what's even scarier than that? It tells you about some of the people that might be on my text streams. I sent a text of this guy saying, you won't believe who's in here. One of the respondents on this text chain, who happens to be the youngest person, maybe the only not married person on this text chain, his first response right away, how can that thing not be beeping?
He seems to know a little bit about it.
I was major league impressed with his knowledge of how wow, good question. Yeah. Now I'm questioning him. Like, wow, that came quick. Him.
You already fessed up to being an ABBA fan, so I don't know.
Still am. No, come on, man. I wear that proudly. There's some I like better than other, but ABBA was the real deal. I'm not going to hate on ABBA, and we agreed on the Bee Gees, right? But those are like. What about you? You said we were just joking about that.
Yeah, and it's funny because a friend of mine who lives near you, used to work with. She used to laugh because if I hear this on the radio, I'm turning it up. Bop by Hanson.
Oh, dude. Look, join the club. I got friends my age to this day. In fact, we sent it. There's a version of it out there somewhere. It was acoustic or unplugged or something relatively recent. Mm-hmm. Got to find that. But bop.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I was
good tune, man. Good tune.
Shared it, and everybody was like, "That's pretty." Again,
yeah.
How many of us got tripped up back in the day, back when it was a massive hit? Shania Twain, "I Feel Like a Woman," dude. That was a great song. Probably still is a great song, right? I mean, and you just singing along, and then you catch I feel like I am not supposed to be singing this song.
Yeah, hey man, just feeling the mood, man.
That and the fourth Rocky had the Hearts on Fire. Hearts hearts on fire. And you can't hear the song without thinking about both, I guess, the video, but in the movie, because they made it like put that log on your, doing that rocky stuff, and and it's so cheesy, but it's so right. It's so good. It's just if you're trying to if you're a jogger and doing stadiums, man, Hearts on Fire.
Yeah.
Trivia that you're not going to get. You don't have time to Google who sang Hearts on Fire. John Cafferty. John Cafferty.
Oh wow, from the Beaver Brown Band.
Well, I don't think he was from. I think it was like.
No,
he was. He was.
Yeah.
It was John Cafferty and the Beaver.
Yeah.
That was like Buddy and them. Buddy was the show.
And them were just there.
I have no idea. That's about the third Buddy and them reference. All right.
Well, John Cafferty does some of those 80s cruises now. I always check out. Yeah. I don't think I would ever go on one, but it's just, a bunch of 80s artists.
I would love to do an 80s cruise if I could do it without everybody who wants to go on an 80s cruise. Right. If you
I didn't realize this is an 80s cruise.
All right. Have you ever taken a cruise?
No, I'd love to. It was something we were looking at last year, looking at doing last year, and then it's like
I was dead set against it. I did not want to take a cruise. Nothing about it appealed to me.
I go back and forth because the whole sense that it's like, well, I can't go anywhere.
Well, okay, here's what happened. So I was dead set. I didn't want to do it. And the family, my in-laws and like my wife's parents and my in-laws. So we all together, right? We all took a cruise down to Mexico and out of Galveston. So it was pretty cool. We just only driving out. And yeah, I got to be honest. It took me about an hour. Once you get a beer in you, right? Once you just realize, okay, you exactly. You're on the boat, and it's cool. It was like saying the funnest thing, and you get a little. You say some. I don't know if they're mean with funny things, right off the bat. My brother-in-law is sort of like we both enjoying the heck out of ourselves, but you first get on there, and you're like, and it's we're not on the dock yet, and people are just raiding the food court, raiding. The Guy Fieri had, I guess, it wasn't, we weren't on an upscale, right, cruise. We were on a, and my brother-in-law said, it's like Golden Corral on the water. But you know what? After a little while, you're like, man, I love me some Golden Corral on the water.
Yeah. I think what appeals to me about it is also the thing that, doesn't appeal to me. Like I said, it's like I'm here and I can't go anywhere else. But that's
it's
a good
big.
thing.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going. And
I like water. I just like being in the water.
Right. Yeah. And you don't want to be in those pools. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh, this might be a separate episode altogether. And I don't know how much do you have to imbibe? Or some people don't care. But like I'm looking at some of these people. And don't get me wrong, I guess I'm judging, but I'm not meaning to judge. But I'm just like, okay, guys, we're all one big happy family for the next several days on this, but they got some people that I'll put it this way, if like one or two of these guys jumped in a pool, I ain't getting in that pool. And they're sitting, and they got just like people lined up, and just it's like And that's the other thing too, is like, all right, that guy's been drinking, watch out. We got the drink package. That guy's been drinking for the last 3 hours. He ain't got out the pool once. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, kids.
And I'm guessing he doesn't have a bladder of steel.
I'm going to guess not. So luckily our kids rolled it up. Like, yeah, that's nasty. We're not going near that. We're not going in any of these pools, but it's all good. I bet they don't kneel anymore in school.
No, we had to kneel like on not just concrete, but the concrete, like the pitted concrete that's all rough, so you don't slip on it.
Was that yeah, that's bad. Was that on purpose? In other words, was all the concrete like that, or did it have a specific? Okay, no. It wasn't quite torture.
It wasn't your timeout chair, so to speak.
But and we were big in junior high on detention. Detention was you'd lose your recess and you were in detention. But I loved it. Detention was But there was a part, I forget what grade I was, 7th to 8th. I don't know what grade it was. And my new nickname became Detention Dave because, and I was never really in trouble. Again, not for bad things, just not shutting up.
Yeah.
And,
Shocking.
Yeah. And, but it was a party, man. Detention was great.
That's where all the cool kids were, man. Breakfast Club. It made a whole movie out of it.
Dude, it was the fun. All the funny people were in detention. Right. And the thing was that looking back now at the dynamics, and while I'm doing that, I just remember, because I was joking about this earlier. I got it here in my office. Hang on. It's over here. Because my sister got this for me a few years ago. I was going to wear it, but it's too big. And rock that bad boy. Galliana Junior High shirt, man.
It was at the Bobcats. Who were we on?
We were the Wildcats.
Wildcats. All right.
Wildcats. And my apologies to all the Golden Medal Lions and LaRose cutoff Bulldogs that really wish they were Wildcats.
Yeah, sorry. We were mighty road runners in junior high.
Striking fear in people's. No, we were the Wildcats. I would wear this, but I sleep in this shirt sometimes. But my sister got it. It's just big. I put it on like I'm in pajamas. But yeah, so we actually had a stuffed Wildcat in the trophy in the trophy case. When you walked into the gymnasium, there's a trophy case, and we had a stuffed Wildcat, and that was a rough looking Wildcat. It might have been roadkill for all I know. I mean, it was not an exceptional taxidermy job. I remember that. It was a ratty looking Wildcat. And I looking back now, the dynamics, I think the people that, I don't know that any teacher wanted to be the person sitting in detention, but I think they realized, okay, this, we can make this painless or less painful for me. So instead of trying to enforce, because we've already established like they can't shut up or they can't behave or they fight or whatever, right? We've already established that this is a room full of people who may be a problem. So instead of really cracking down, they'd let us get snacks. We could before you had like, I forget, it's like a 20-minute recess we had. You had maybe 3 to 5 minutes after the bell rang to get to detention, and you could stop at the little convenience shed we had and get chips and a slushie, whatever, and it'd be kind of funny, man. If the line was long, sometimes you could cut the line. You could walk up to, man, I'll get detention.
I gotta go to detention.
So if you got some cool people in line, they'd be like, hey, man, let's let the jailbirds in here. They got detention. All right, detention, step in, man. Buy your slushie and get your chips, and we go sit in detention and have our snacks and do our 1 page of punish work and just laugh your butt off because there's funny people in there.
Yeah. My wife teaches special.
Stay out of jail, kids.
And the school butts up to a park. I mean, there's a fence around the school and everything. But so if kids leave the school grounds, they literally have to call police. Oh, wow. And so a couple of years ago, one of her special needs students, he, as is not that uncommon, would just run, and that was fun for him. He'd make you chase him. Well, he left the school grounds, and they had to call the cops on this kid. So it was, as opposed to any discipline, it was like a field trip for this kid because the cops got all excited. They got the kid in the car, letting him blow the siren and stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
Of course, if you know anything about applied behavior,
yeah, he was running out the next day.
Let me tell you something. It's a party. I love it.
Yeah. School is fire truck here now.
School is great. Oh man. No, I guess it's we're talking bodies of water, slightly different body of water. We're talking about the bayou and what may or may not be in it. Have you ever been whale watching?
No, in the bayou.
No, well,
no.
Good. You might see as many whales as some people see on whale watching, but we did that once up in New England. We were staying in Boston, and it's one of those things. Like when I asked you, you went, "Yeah, whale watching." It sounds like it's going to be. And I tell you what, once you get out there, the first time you see a whale, it is cool. You're just like, wow, look at it.
Not so much.
Man, look, after 5 minutes, and you're out there for like an hour. It takes a while to get out there, and then they don't get me wrong. It's I would do it tomorrow again if I could, but Yeah, I don't know what I'm expecting. I guess I'm expecting them to do tricks.
It's not SeaWorld.
I paid a bunch of money to be out here. It's nice, great. Oh, look! Oh, there's a fin. Ah! Oh, there's another one. Ah! And then every now and then you get close to one, and it's impressive. But like I said, after a while, it's like, we paid money along when the kids were very young. Their first trip to Disney, we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, right? And my wife decided we paid extra for a room with a balcony that faced this savannah thing they had, right? And they're giraffes. They're giraffes, they're zebras, so you literally, theoretically, you can open your curtains, step out and see. You know how much young kids care about looking at some giraffes after the first 10 seconds? They could have been squirrels. All right. And we were there a week. And I was doing the math in my head. How much more are we paying a night for this? I just kept thinking they should like turn a lion loose or something in there.
Make it exciting.
I'd pay extra.
The Coliseum.
Circle of Life. That's a Disney thing. Let's go. Come on, man.
Get the real thing going.
I mean, you can like, do something, put a muzzle on the lion or, do something
like one of those dog-proof suits, let them bite you, but they're not really.
I mean, I don't actually have to see a kill, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see some of these giraffes going, whoa, hey, those zebras look lazy to me. Those zebras look like. Pfft.
Yeah, some of the guys in those safari costumes could have tranquilizer guns to take it out if they got too close. I'm sure they're qualified.
I'd have paid extra for that, but no.
Yeah, because God knows you're paying that extra for everything else in Disney. I always tell people when we go, and we end up going, far more than I'd like to go.
Oh yeah, my wife loves it. Loves it.
And it's, I'm a person who I try to, I factor in the costs per fun, or the cost per minute of fun.
That's
so
right.
People who go to Disney and then say, oh, it's 2:00, let's go take a nap. Like, what?
Oh man, we got to go to it whenever it gets opened again, full bore. We need to vacation together, and you and my wife can do that because my sons and I, especially as they got older, we love it. But you know what? Mid-afternoon, that hotel room is doing pretty. My wife she'd suck every minute out of you there before it opens, and you're watching those fireworks at night, brother. But then what all dads figure out, and I guess moms too, but especially dads, what started off many years ago, as being the least favorite place to be, Epcot. Epcot was
yeah. But now
Epcot
you go eat and drink.
Yeah, Epcot was the most boring park there is. Now you got that. Well, it's been around. I say now, it's been there for a long time. But man, drinking around that world, oh look, it's where all the dads want to be. All right, if I'm gonna start in England, or I think it's England's the first one, and you end up all the way around in Mexico. And man, there's a lot to hit along the way. Sad that I know that. It's sad that I can sit here and think, oh yeah, and it's this, then it's this, then it's this. But yeah, which park y'all want to go to on Wednesday?
Last time we were there,
Daddy, what's Epcot?
We were going to Epcot, and I happened to notice on Facebook that a mutual friend of ours, who, and if you think about it, you'll know, better story than a friend.
Better story than a friend, yeah.
Was there, and someone who I haven't seen in decades, and you sit down and it's like, okay, should I send him a note and say we're at Epcot too? Or should I just kind of keep looking around and make sure if I see him, I ditch the corner and jump into another country?
Well, why? Yeah, why would you reach out to somebody that you would run away from in Walmart?
That's what I'm saying again. Yeah, I value the
if I turn the corner on aisle 5 in Walmart and I saw you coming, I'm going to try to duck out. Why would I be on vacation and say, hey, you who I really don't want to see, let's hook up.
I'm paying for this, dude. Now I'm running.
That's good stuff. All right. That time of the evening, we push the button, see if it stuck to tape, and hopefully it did.
Yeah, is there really tape though?
No, No, it's just old guys. Everything was on tape.
Everything is taped and everything is filmed.
So listen, so people reach out on Facebook and everything. We comments on YouTube's all great. Also, if you want to reach us directly, it's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. We do read them all, and thank you for that. We love hearing from you.
Check us out on YouTube. Pamela, we'd love to hear from you again on Facebook.
Tell us which one was the smart one.
Right. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Well, you know what, man? I'll take it. I'll take it.
But connect with us on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the easiest way for you to make sure this thing pops into your inbox.
All right. It's all fun. We enjoy doing this each week, and it's a lot more fun when you're here with us. So please look to join us again. I'm thinking next Monday.
Same time.
Same time? What time is that?
7 p.m.
I sort of want to make you say my name back because you keep talking about how you don't remember names. I'm glad my name goes first.
I got yours, man.
You got mine. All right. Yeah. It's
ones I remember.
It's on the logo, right? All right. All right, man. Have a great week, buddy. Love you.
You too, man. See you.